Part 5.
Ngawa.
1. These are Helen's books. Whose books are these? 2. Henry has a new radio. Who has a new radio? 3. I see an old man in the picture. Who do you see in the picture? 4. Jane has a pen in her hand. Who has a pen in her hand? 5. My elder child is 6. How old is your elder child? 6. My mother is very well. Is your mother very well? 7. The boys live in room 214. Who live in room 214? 8. Nancy comes from England. Where does Nancy come from? Part 6.
18.
1. I'm glad to meet you. 2. I don't see him in the room. Where is he? 3. We all like it. It is a good book. 4. Come and see me this evening. 5. 3 of them study German. They don't study English. 6. Thank you. All of us work hard. 7. Both of us like the picture. 8. My friend Mary is here. Come and meet her. Part 7.
Demba.
A. I am a Tibetan. You are a Tibetan. She is a Tibetan. He is a Tibetan. We are Tibetan. You are Tibetan. They are Tibetan. B. I study English. You study English. He studies English. She studies English. We study English. You study English. They study English. Part 8.
Japa.
1. Who live in this room? 4 girls live in this room. 2. 2 of them study English. Do the girls study English? 3. They study Tibetan. What do they study? 4. Yes, they are. Are they young? 5. She is one of the girls. Who is Joma? Yes, she is. Is she a new student? 7. She is 17. How old is she? 8. She studies English. What does she study? 9. No, she doesn't. She studies Tibetan. Does Youngzong study English? 10. She is 18 this year. How old is Youngzong? 11. No, they aren't. They are old students. Are Deki and Hlamo new students? 12. They are both 20. How old are Deki and Hlamo? 13. One of them studies Tibetan and the other studies English. What do Deki and Hlamo study? Part 9.
Gua.
John is Nancy's husband. Who is Nancy's husband? 2. Nancy is from England. Who is from England? 3. Their daughter is 4. Who is 4? 4. Their children are in China. Where are their children? 5. Nancy's mother is a scientist. What is Nancy's mother? 6. Nancy's father is a professor. Who is a professor? Lesson 7.
Thomtsin Demba.
New words.
Tahnyet.
Please listen and repeat.
Dalanyani Fjadishi.
7. 7. Get along. Get along. American. American. Help. Help. University. University. Each other. Each other. Major. Major in. Learn. Learn.
Art.
Art.
History. History. Excuse. Excuse. Interested. Interested. Name. Name. Subject. Subject. 9. 9. America. America. Central Nationalities University. Central Nationalities University. Why? Why? With. With. Because. Because. Different. Different. Or. Or. City. City. Translate. Translate. Alternative. Alternative.
Guitar.
Guitar.
Cousin.
Cousin.
Australia.
Australia.
Nice.
Nice.
Ant.
Ant.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Nephew.
Nephew.
Niece.
Niece.
Class.
Class.
Text. John Turner.
Fontaine. Jun Turner.
John Turner is an American. He comes from Boston and studies at our university. He majors in Chinese history. He is very interested in this subject. He lives in room 309 with 2 other boys. They are all Americans, but they come from different cities. They get along well. They help each other and learn from each other. Conversation.
Kẻ cha.
Excuse me, is your name Paul Roberts? Yes, it is. Oh, good. I'm Sally Jones. How do you do? How do you do? Drills.
Junghwa.
Do you have any brothers? Yes, I do. How many brothers do you have? I have 2. Do you have any sisters? Yes, I do. How many sisters do you have? I have 2. Do you have any English books? Yes, I do. How many English books do you have? I have 5. Do you have any pictures? Yes, I do. How many pictures do you have? I have 6. Do you have any picture books? Yes, I do. How many picture books do you have? I have 9. Does Helen live here? No, she doesn't. Where does she live? She lives in room 204. Does your sister work here? No, she doesn't. Where does she work? She works in a middle school. Does Mary study here? No, she doesn't. Where does Mary study? She studies in Tibet University. Does Professor Joshi work here? No, he doesn't. Where does he work? He works in the Central Nationalities University. Does Peter come from England? No, he doesn't. Where does Peter come from? Peter comes from America. Exercises.
Sharjang.
Part 3.
Samba.
1. Who is John Turner? He is an American student. 2. Where does he come from? He comes from Boston. 3. Where does he study? He studies at our university. 4. What does he major in? He majors in Chinese history. 5. Why does he study it? He is very interested in this subject. 6. Where does he live? He lives in room 309. 7. How many students live in this room? 3 students live in this room. 8. Are the other 2 Americans too? Yes, they are all Americans. 9. Do they come from Boston? No, they come from different cities. 10. How do they get along with each other? They get along well. 11. Do they help each other? Yes, they help each other. 12. They learn from each other too, don't they? Yes, they learn from each other. Part 5.
Ngawa.
1. What's this? It's a clock. What's that? It's a clock. 2. What are these? They're clocks. What are those? They're clocks. 3. What does he do? He's a teacher. What does he do? He's an engineer. 4. What do they do? They're workers. What are they? They're teachers. Part 6.
Tiba.
1. Mr. Brown, B. An engineer, a technician. Is Mr. Brown an engineer or a technician? 2. My child. B. A boy. A girl. Is my child a boy or a girl? 3. Those young women. B. Teachers. Students. Are those young women teachers or students? 4. The Greens. B. From England, America. Are the Greens from England or America? 5. Helen, have, son, daughter. Does Helen have a son or a daughter? 6. Tsering, come from, amdo, come. Does Tsering come from amdo or com? 7. I work in Qinghai University, Beijing University. Do I work in Qinghai University or Beijing University? 8. The girls live in this room, that room. Do the girls live in this room or that room? Part 7.
Den ba.
Are you from China? Yes, I am. Where are you from? I'm from France. From Paris. Do you speak French? I can only speak a few words, but I like French. I want to learn it. Let me help you. You can teach me Tibetan. We can help each other. Part 9.
Gwa.
Do you play basketball or football? Are they English students or math students? Mr. Brown, B, an engineer, a technician. Is Mr. Brown an engineer or a technician? 2. My child, B, a boy, a girl. Is my child a boy or a girl? 3. The Greens, B, from England, America. Are the Greens from England or America? 4. Those young women, B, teachers, students. Are those young women teachers or students? 5. Helen, have, son, daughter. Does Helen have a son or a daughter? 6. Tsering. Come from, amdo, come. Does Tsering come from amdo or kam? 7. Joshi, play, piano, guitar. Does Joshi play the piano or the guitar? 8. Joma and Huamo live, room 5102, 5201. Do Joma and Huamo live in room 5102 or 5201? 8. Professor Lozang. 9. Professor Lozang teach at Fudan University, Chengdu University. Does Professor Lozang teach at Fudan University or Chengdu University? 10. I study art, history. Do I study art or history? 11. Dorji, have, morning classes, afternoon classes. Does Dorji have morning classes or afternoon classes? Part 11.
Tsering.
Hey, Chunso, how many people are in your family?
There are 5 people in my family.
How many brothers do you have?
I have 1 younger brother.
And how many sisters do you have?
I have 1 older sister.
Number 1. How many people are there in Chimtso's family?
There are 5 people in Chunso's family.
Number 2. How many brothers does Chimtso have?
She has 1 younger brother.
Number 3. How many sons does Chimtso's mother have?
She has 1 son.
Number 4. How many daughters does Chimtso's father have?
He has 2 daughters.
Number 5. How many sisters does Chimtso have?
She has 1 sister.
Number 6. How many children does Chimtso have?
She has no children.
Do you know who this is?
No. I don't know. Who is that?
This is Norbu. He is my uncle's son. We are cousins.
I see. How many cousins do you have?
I have 3 cousins. 2 are boys, and 1 is a girl.
What are their names?
Their names are Norbu, Metok, and Tsering.
Hey, I think I know Metok. Is she in grade 3, class 2?
Yes, she is.
We are classmates.
Number 1. Who are cousins?
Tashi and Norbu are cousins.
Number 2. Who is Norbu?
Norbu is Tashi's cousin.
Number 3. Who are cousins?
Tashi and Norbu are cousins.
Number 4. How many cousins does Tashi have?
He has 3 cousins.
Number 5. Who are Metok and Tsering?
They are Tashi's cousins.
Number 6. Who are classmates?
Rinchen and Metok are classmates.
Number 7. Who is Rinchen's classmate?
Metok is Rinchen's classmate.
Number 8. Who is Metok's classmate?
Rinchen is Metok's classmate.
Excuse me, I don't know you. What are your names?
My name is Peter, and this is Helen. We are students.
Are you brother and sister?
No, we are not. Peter is English, and I am from Australia.
Oh, my aunt lives in Australia. Her name is Somu. Do you know her?
No, I don't. Excuse me, what is your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Yondan.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Welcome to our school.
Number 1. Who is Peter?
Peter is a student.
Number 2. Who is Helen?
Helen is a student.
Number 3. Who is English?
Peter is English.
Number 4. Who is Australian?
Helen is Australian.
Number 5. Where does Somu live?
Somu lives in Australia.
Lesson 8.
Homtsinu japa.
New words.
Tahnyet.
Please listen and repeat.
Dalanyani fjadishi.
8.
8.
Class.
Class.
Get up.
Get up.
Home.
Home.
Every.
Every.
For.
For.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
No.
No.
Quarter.
Quarter.
May.
May.
Past.
Past.
Which.
Which.
Day.
Day.
Lunch.
Lunch.
Then.
Then.
Over there.
Over there.
Go.
Go.
Welcome.
Welcome.
To.
To.
Time.
Time.
School.
School.
Text. Mary.
Homten. Mary.
Mary gets up at 6 every day. She has breakfast at 6:15 and then goes to school. She has 3 or 4 classes. Then she comes home for lunch. She has no classes in the afternoon. She studies at home.
Conversation.
Gacha.
Excuse me. Are you Mr. Brown?
No. I'm Peter Jackson. May I help you?
Which is Mr. Brown's room?
It's over there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Drills.
Jungwa.
Do you like your work?
Yes, I do.
Does Jack like his work?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like his work.
Do you like to study English?
Yes, I do.
Does Nancy like to study English?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't like to study English.
Do you like to have lunch at school?
Yes, I do.
Does Paul like to have lunch at school?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like to have lunch at school.
Do you like to have classes in the afternoon?
Yes, I do.
Does Sarah like to have classes in the afternoon?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't like to have classes in the afternoon.
Do you like to get up at 6?
Yes, I do.
Does your younger brother like to get up at 6?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like to get up at 6.
Does Mary get up at 6?
Yes, she does.
What time do you get up?
I get up at 5.
Does Mary go to school in the morning?
Yes, she does.
What time do you go to school in the morning?
I go to school at 8 o'clock.
Does Mary have breakfast at 6:15?
Yes, she does.
What time do you have breakfast?
I have breakfast at 7.
Does Mary go to school at 7?
Yes, she does.
What time do you go to school?
I go to school at 7:15.
Does Mary come home in the morning?
Yes, she does.
What time do you come home?
I come home at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Exercises.
Sharjang.
Part 3.
Samba.
Number 1. What time does Mary get up?
She gets up at 6.
Number 2. Does she have breakfast at home?
Yes, she does.
Number 3. What time does she have it?
She has it at 6:15.
Number 4. What does she do then?
Then she goes to school.
Number 5. How many classes does she have every day?
She has 3 or 4 classes every day.
Number 6. Does she have all the classes in the morning?
Yes, she does.
Number 7. Does she have classes in the afternoon?
No, she doesn't.
Number 8. Does she have lunch at school or at home?
She has lunch at home.
Number 9. Does she go to school in the afternoon?
No, she doesn't.
Number 10. What does she do in the afternoon?
She studies in the afternoon.
Number 11. Where does she study in the afternoon?
She studies at home.
Part 5.
Ngawa.
Number 1. She majors in French.
What does she major in?
Number 2. Joe lives in room 309.
Which room does Joe live in?
Number 3. She is interested in English history.
What subject is she interested in?
Number 4. We get along with each other very well.
How do you get along with each other?
Number 5. Mrs. Lake teaches at Boston University.
Where does Mrs. Lake teach?
Number 6. Helen helps me in my English study.
Who helps you in your English study?
Number 7. Miss White goes to work at 8.
What time does Miss White go to work?
Number 8. This is Dr. Jackson's room.
Whose room is this?